Good morning and welcome to a wonderful day of read alouds. We have been reading stories this whole week about folk tales. And today is the story that I know you've probably read it before. This story is called The Princess and the Pea. But this one has a little bit of a twist to it. This one is actually going to be set in the continent of Africa, in a country called Ethiopia. So this story is going to be just like the story you've heard before, but there might be some things that are different about it because it's set in a different country. It's set in Ethiopia. This story is called The Princess and the Pea, and this story, even though it was written by someone else, it had to be written in a story. So they say that it was retold by Isadora. Let's read this and find out. So there's an African prince, and he wants to marry somebody. He wants to marry a real princess. But he has to go and he has to find just the right one. He has to have a test to see if they're a real princess. Let's read to find out if he ever finds that real princess. The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time, there was a prince. So you see that this prince looks a little bit different, right? He's not wearing what we see in a lot of our Disney movies or a big crown on his head. But remember, that's because I said this story takes place in Africa. The prince wanted to marry a real princess. So he traveled all around the world in hopes of finding such a lady. He met many princesses, but it was very difficult to tell whether they were real ones. Isadora, Salam, Jambo Habari. So he's going around and he's saying hello, how are you, to all of these princesses, trying to determine if they're real or not. So he has a problem. He doesn't know who the real princess is, who is the best one to marry. There was something about each princess that was not quite right. So the prince came home again and he was sad. One evening, there was a terrible storm. Suddenly, a knocking was heard at the gate, and the old king went to open it. I wonder who's going to be there. There was a princess standing at the gate. But good gracious, what a sight the rain and the wind had made her look. And yet, she said she was a real princess. Imagine, we had storms a few days ago. Imagine if you had been in that storm, all the rain and the wind. I bet she looked a mess. I wonder if he believes her. Are you sure you're a princess? Do you see the way you look? Ah, we shall soon find out if she is real, said the queen. So she went into the bedroom where she laid a pea underneath the bedstead. Then she took 20 mattresses and laid them on the pea, and then put 20 feather beds on top of the mattresses. On this, the princess had to lie all night. The next morning, the princess was asked how she had slept. "Oh, very badly," said the princess. "I scarcely closed my eyes all night. Heaven only knows what was in the bed, but I was lying on something hard, so that I am black and blue all over." "That's horrible," said the king. "Why do you think she's black and blue all over?" "Yeah, because she was tossing and turning, trying to get comfortable, but there was this big hard thing under the mattresses." "But what was that big hard thing?" Yeah, it was just a pea. Now they knew she was a real princess because she had felt the pea right through the 20 mattresses and the 20 feather beds. Nobody but a real princess could be sensitive to that. So the prince took the princess for his wife. The pea was put in a museum where it may still be seen if no one has stolen it. There, that is a true story. Now, do you think that's really a true story? No. And did we learn how to find a real princess? Did we learn the message in this story is to put a pea under a mattress and then you know if you're a real princess? No, that's not really what we learned. Think about this story for today. And I want you to think about, what do you think you learned in your own life? For that's our question for today. What lesson did you learn? What's a lesson that you can apply to your own life with your friends, your family, or even at school? I can't wait to read our next folktale tomorrow. Bye.